Hey everybody, just wanted to give you an update for tomorrow. And then last night I had talked about the S word for next week. So let's kind of follow up with it. And here we go. So diving right into it, we do have a high wind watch, not for where I live, but we have parts of Northeast Colorado and Eastern Colorado that are under a high wind watch. So let's go ahead and share that first with everybody. Let's take a look. And you can see the high wind watch is going to be, whoops, I apologize. It kind of slid out of there on me. Okay, this is going to be Yuma, Kit Carson County, Cheyenne Wells, those places, Ray, Burlington, Yuma. You're looking at winds of 35 to 45 miles an hour with wind gusts up to 65. So you might see that impacting you starting tomorrow. It's going to occur in the morning. The high winds will cause reduced visibilities in the falling snow. I don't know. I don't think we're going to have too much when it comes to snow for tomorrow, to be very honest with you. So we'll see. But as you can see, this is southeastern Colorado that's involved into it as well. With the same with the high wind watch. So I thought I'd share that with everyone here, especially for my friends out in Northeast Colorado, so you see that. Okay, so that is the forecast for tomorrow. There's the weather map, what it's looking like out there. So we'll see. I think if there is some spots of snow that are still, loose in some of these areas from the past snow events we've had, you might see some drifting and blowing snow tomorrow as well, especially with those wind gusts at 65 miles an hour. Okay, so let's take a look for tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be a sunny day to start off. I talked about the possibility of a snow or rain shower tomorrow. I think it's going to hold off until tomorrow night now after looking at some of the models here as well. It doesn't look like a lot for us, so I would say don't stress. Not going to be much. It's going to be a light snow showers that come through starting tomorrow evening. I think it's going to be windy tomorrow. I think you're going to see winds as high as 35 miles an hour in some spots. So I'm just giving you that heads up. It is going to be nice and sunny to start, but then the winds are going to start howling here for just one night only. It's a one-night event, so we should be fine. So let's take a look at the hourly graphical forecast. Here for the Weather Service, you can see by tomorrow between 5 and 6 o'clock, we've got a chance of rain or snow, kind of that both mix. So I would say that's probably going to last until around 9 o'clock. I would say I feel comfortable around 9 o'clock, but it's not going to be much. You could see the snowfall total tomorrow is showing about 1/10 of an inch only. Very slight chance of snow. So, some spots it may not get any. So 20% chance is the snowfall forecast for tomorrow. So I still am not too concerned about it. I think the winds are probably the biggest issue. You can see tomorrow, 21, 33, 34. Matter of fact, you might see some wind gusts going into Thursday around 48 miles an hour, it looks like. So that is a possibility for Thursday's forecast. So let's go back here real quick and just see. There's that chance with those winds as high as 48 miles an hour. So it is going to be blustery. Just got to get through these couple days of this. And I think I said one day and I meant 2 days. I'm sorry for that. And then we clear out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then now let's kind of roll into what I talked about for next week. Right now, things are still lining up for next week. But again, this is all subject to change. But right now, we're looking at about a 20% chance of a heavy snow event. I know it's pretty close to if you live in Morgan County or south of us in Arapahoe, Adams County, and Lyman, those places. But I think this snow event could set itself up between February 15th and the 21st. So we shall see. Sorry. As usual, my dogs are barking like crazy. So here we go. Let's take a look. Let's make the weather models move here. This is looking on Valentine's Day night. So I'm looking about 7 o'clock roughly that night is when things are going to start going. You can see the snow event happening here, possibly. Okay, we're going into early morning. So this would be around 10 o'clock on Valentine's night. And then you can see the things really start changing. The snow starts picking up. And the 15th, you can see the 16th. Okay, and then our event should be over right there. And this is all just preliminary, so don't get too crazy yet. Again, we're still a ways out. This is saying the 15th. So we're looking 8 days out still, but some of the snowfall totals have kind of increased a little bit. 12 and a half inches of snow, 14. Again, these models like to over exaggerate their amounts. So I'd say right now it's not crazy. So don't buy into it yet. Let's see how close we get before we do that. But it's enough that makes me want to talk about it, especially when I'm looking at the probability of heavy snow from the Climate Prediction Center as well. So that being said, just be ready. Time to get ready for this. It's not a time to panic or anything. I think it's just literally a time to say, hey, look, I got to prepare and make sure that I am ready for the next storm. Sorry, my computer went nuts there for a second. Okay, so that's all I see at this point. Travel tomorrow could be a little bit rough, maybe if the rain changes over to a little bit of ice for traveling tomorrow night. So if you are on the roads tomorrow night, just keep that in mind. That's a possibility. But I think the snow is going to be light enough that it shouldn't cause too many issues on the roadways. So I'm not too worried at this point. But again, things could definitely change. The storm could strengthen up or something suddenly. We've seen that happen before here where storms really get going. So, but I don't see that at this point. So again, next week is probably the one I'm still looking at 2 days in a row now that they're saying that there's a chance of heavy snow out here. So let's just keep monitoring it. Right now, we're just going to monitor. We're not going to say it's coming yet. I think we just need to prepare and just get things ready to go. So it's kind of sad because if it does snow that amount, we've melted so much snow in the last 48 hours. It's great. But if it decides to do what it wants to do next week, as it's showing, it could be another start all over again for us for snowfall totals. So we'll see. So I'll keep you posted. Again, there's a lot going on. I know we've got basketball districts are starting out here, all in Northeast Colorado. You've got 1A starting, 2A, 3A. All those divisions are kicking off. There's tournaments starting next week after the season ends on the 10th, I believe, 10th or 11th. And then next week it dives right into the tournament season. So that's going to go. I know there's a lot of people traveling also for state wrestling. So just keep those things in mind, and I'll try to keep you updated as best I can if things do develop. So never fail. Something big's going on in the state, especially with our kids and high school stuff. So that is definitely a possibility. Okay. So just keep watching, keep tuning in, make sure share it up, like it up, thumbs up, smiles. You can show me the mean face if you want, because it is the S word saying snow. So I just want to make sure though everybody knows what's happening. So that's all I have for tonight. Checking for questions. I don't see any on there. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. But if there are any road closures or any road hazards tomorrow night, we'll try to stay on top of those and post them on our Facebook page. So if you don't follow us, please follow us so you can get those messages as we go. Once again, before I wrap up for tonight, a high wind watch for Yuma County and for those counties south all the way down to the southeastern Colorado border. So keep that in mind that they have a high wind watch. You can see winds up to 65 miles an hour tomorrow and then in the morning. And then don't forget, by tomorrow night, those winds are going to pick up out here in the Northeast Plains. Not as bad as they are getting, but you could see wind gusts overnight 30 to 35. And then when you wake up in the morning on Thursday, you could see wind gusts up to 45. So just keep that in mind, and we'll update you if those get changed to a high wind warning. All right. So that's all I have. Have a great night and be careful out there and stay safe. Bye now.